I guess 12 years ago we went on a date, and that was awful.
What the What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back today. Thank you so much for taking time right today. Just click on today's video. Truly, truly means the world to me, so I want to say thank you. Today, I'm here to do a video on wife swap. Now, I've already done a video on wife swap a couple months ago. It featured King Curtis. Now, I think King Curtis episode of wife swap is hands down the best episode that has ever been produced on any type of TV. Is King Curtis. But in 2020, wife swap came out with 2 more seasons, and I think the pandemic kind of just shut it down for a little bit. But we did get 2 new seasons, and season 1, episode 1, started off with a doozy. On this episode, we have the Brenner and McMichael family. Now, the Brenner family is led by stay-at-home mom Virginia, which is obsessed with healthy eating and a perfect lifestyle. Her kids aren't allowed to play video games and pretty much have to study all the time. Now, on the other side of that, we have the McMichael family, led by stay-at-home dad Bo. The mom, Christy, is an elementary school teacher. The dad lets the kids run wild and eat junk food, and there's really no rules in their house. So you kind of see already how this swap is going to go.
Virginia has very high standards. I do the best I can, but it's hard for me to meet those expectations.
Absolutely.
What the
I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I try to do it all. Taking care of the house, laundry, cleaning, cooking for everybody. Perfect. And doing the yard work. We homeschool the kids. Maybe I should say I homeschool the kids. Sometimes I don't get as much help as I would like.
Well, I would say that I help out quite a bit.
Whatever.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I felt super awkward watching this part of the show because honestly, I feel really bad for him. And regardless, this is your husband, okay? This was not an arranged marriage that you have forced to marry this guy or a one-night stand and you just happen to get pregnant from it. No, you chose to marry this man, right? And now we're on national TV and you want to disrespect him like that. I feel like that was I understand that probably TV played this up a little bit. Maybe she's not this bad, maybe she is. I don't really know. But regardless, there's no way I would ever sign off to talk to my spouse the way she did on this show.
I guess 12 years ago we went on a date, and that was awful.
Holy shit. She hates this man. She hates this guy just as much as I hate people with fake voicemails. Hello? Hey, man. What time are we meeting? Speak louder, I can barely hear you. Hey, can you hear me? What's up? Hey, what time are we meeting? What are you in a tunnel? Hello? This is my voicemail, man. Leave a message after the beep. Now, here we meet Virginia's kids, and they already look very grown up, very mature.
My friends say that my kids act like 40-year-olds.
My mom is quite the control freak.
The oldest one looks like he's already a district manager for a golf course company, and also kind of sells insurance as a hobby on the side. So, if you need a good quote, give him a call. And of course, with a healthy lifestyle, just the helicopter parent, she doesn't let her kids play any video games. Now, the husband, we find out, is a patent lawyer for a chemical company. So you know he makes freaking bank.
For my work, I'm a patent attorney with a chemical company.
Fortunately, that takes him away.
Is she saying fortunately or unfortunately?
Fortunately, that takes him away often.
Nope, she definitely said fortunately.
And I'm perfectly content with that.
Holy shit. Seriously, all the praise in the world to this man to sit there and take this. Kudos to you, man. We're here with you, brother.
I've really realized I'm not going to let my happiness be defined by somebody else.
But 100% you are letting your happiness be defined because you're a stay-at-home mom. Grant is the one who works all the time, so he makes all the money, so that way you can sit at home. So, in return, you are indeed letting your happiness be defined by someone else. Honestly, I don't know why we're here, because this seems like it turned into one huge marriage counseling session. Could you imagine the team that had to go in there and ask them these questions? Alright, so how about you guys start off by, telling a little bit about yourselves, how you guys met, how's everything going now?
I guess 12 years ago we went on a date, and that was awful.
That date, I would agree, was not fun.
Say, I homeschool the kids. Sometimes I don't get as much help as I would like.
Well, I would say that I help out quite a bit.
Whatever.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the husband on another show.
Well, I would say that I help out quite a bit.
Whatever.
Well, shit, now that we're all depressed and, questioning our lives, let's check in on the other family and see how they're doing.
Our family could be called unconventional. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I used to be a teacher and a football coach. But the moment Christy said, hey, I don't think I want to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, great, let's rock and roll.
Stop.
My boys are crazy and intense.
Now, see, I can get along with these type of people. Yes, their kids are super annoying. Their kids seem like the type that would just walk up to you and punch you in the nuts just for no reason. That's 100% of those kids. Now, the mom was originally a stay-at-home mom while the dad worked. Imagine how bad your kids have to be to get on your nerves to tell the husband, like, I have to get out of this house. You can quit your job. You can quit your job. Just come stay at home, please. I have to get out of here. I have to get away from these little Chuckies. Hands down, the best line from the show, right here. You're welcome.
I always tell you in the morning before she leaves.
That's just a fart.
Now it's time for the swap. So Virginia will be leaving the house and Bo will be leaving their house. And you know that Grant couldn't have shut that door fast enough.
All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Loser.
Now, on every episode of Wife Swap, they get to go into the house first and kind of check things out and see what kind of family they're walking into. One thing about this episode that really bugs me. Now, Virginia says she's a little bit of a perfectionist. But if you'll take a quick look here, what the hell is this shit, Virginia? Did you even measure the spacing between those pictures? No, you didn't. Guarantee you, Stevie Wonder could do a better job than Virginia. Now, of course, in every episode, they read the rules of the house just to kind of remind us that they are polar opposites.
We are the McMichaels. My name is Bo, and I'm a stay-at-home dad.
I have very specific feelings about how things should be done, which is probably why I do everything myself. My kids are very well behaved. They're like adults rather than children. Wow, okay.
The boys love their snacks. Ooh, chips, cookies. It would be nice if the kids were snacking on fruit, carrot sticks.
I don't give them video games. It'll be interesting if I decide to bring that into their atmosphere, how they respond to that.
Now it's the first day in the house under the other family's rules. And of course, it's always super awkward. Like, the family member that's not usually there just always seems like they're being held against their will. So nothing too crazy really happens in the days of they're following the family rules. Now it's time for the new member to change the rules of the house. And this is where pure chaos happens on every episode. It's great. Virginia's rules are no more junk food, they will exercise, and no more video games. Now, on the other side, we have Bo, who changed the rules and says, untuck your shirts a little bit. We are going to eat junk food, and we're going to play some video games. Now, I do love seeing this from the family that never gets to experience this type of stuff, where, you have the parent that is so strict, they don't let them do anything like video games or junk food, and they finally get to experience this, just the pure joy that it brings them. I do enjoy watching those episodes. Now, the other kids receiving Virginia's rules are going a little different.
And we're going to exercise as a family.
And I'll drink my own sweat.
Now, Virginia decides to teach an exercise class, and it's going about as well as you think it would go, where she starts talking shit about Christy.
Then I'd like for you to put your right arm out and let's stretch your neck.
I think my biggest challenge here is to figure out how to motivate Christy. I really expected her to embrace this more than she is. I don't think she was doing all the exercises. Did you think she was?
No,
I would like for her to be on board.
And I've seen that look so many times, and you know that is a face of a woman down deep inside is saying, bitch, I'm standing right here. And again, you see just the polar opposites of how each family lives. You have Virginia, who is talking to Christy about just all the bad things inside her house, that she is feeding all this bad stuff for her kids. And then, on the other side of that, we have Bo, who is feeding Virginia's kids hot dogs. Now, the McMichael household kind of have just a few things to eat off of. It's chicken in some form as a chicken nugget, chicken strip, some form of chicken, and fries, which Virginia's trying to drive home that it's completely unhealthy to feed your kids chicken nuggets all the time. And I agree with that. You need to venture your kids out, make them try new things, or else you're going to have like a 35-year-old guy that just only eats chicken strips anytime he goes to a fancy restaurant. So Virginia decides that she's going to make smoothies for the kids to try. And of course, they go out and buy all these ingredients to make smoothies. The kids try them, and they don't like them. So money's wasted on these smoothies, and now Chrissy's still going to have to fix them something to eat for dinner. Virginia's solution to this is, well, then they don't eat.
But I wouldn't give him anything else if it was me.
Now, the swap is coming to an end, and you can tell that the Brenner kids just do not want their fun-sucking mom to come back.
Spouses are preparing to reunite with their loved ones.
A hug. I like hugs.
I've had so much fun with you over this past week, like more than I've ever had, probably.
They want to leave with Bo. I think wholeheartedly, if they could, they would put themselves up for adoption just to try to get out of this house. Now, of course, at the end of the episode, both families sit down to kind of discuss how the week went. And this is where you get all the emotions and all the tears and, you know, all the drama that comes along with the show as well. I absolutely love Virginia's reaction when she finds out that the kids played video games.
So I wanted them to understand that they could have fun in the house. I wanted to hear laughter because, you know, fun is a medicine. So I introduced a video game to them.
You know what?
Pretty sure this is like the same reaction whenever you find out your kid's done like black tar heroin or something like that.
You know what?
Same reaction. Now here we have Bo who's talking about Dwight and how bad he feels sorry for him that he has to live with Virginia. You know without a doubt that Dwight is back there going,
If you can step into my world and understand that I have a little boy, Clark, who was going into kidney failure. Thank God that I was taking care of myself, because if I hadn't been healthy enough to become a kidney donor, my son might not be here.
well, now I feel like an asshole for making fun of her this whole episode. Oh, don't even. You said some shit about her too. I'm not the asshole here. You are too. Of course, the families go back to their own families, and who knows how much is actually going to change. Who knows how much of it was played up for television. But I'm curious to hear from you guys, so drop me a comment down below of your opinion of the show. My opinion of this is, I see both sides of it. You cannot just feed your kid the same exact stuff and just junk food all the time. And you see how hyper the McMichael kids are. Like, they're literally little Chuckies with ADHD running around like crazy. On the opposite side of that, we have the Brenner kids who are so uptight and just very much about business. They need to be kids. You need to let them live a little bit. So you can't have the extreme of both worlds. You got to have a happy medium. Like, you need to have fun, but also there's got to be rules. You can't be one extreme to the other, and that's exactly what this show does. Is it shows you one extreme to the other. I love this show. It's fun to watch. It's one of the shows you get caught up in watching, and you realize kind of how well you have your life. What was your thoughts on this episode? I'm curious to hear from you guys. But a huge thank you to these guys on the screen right now. These are my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, it's super simple. Link will be down in the description, guys. Just $3.99 to help support me and help support this channel. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you wouldn't mind, help me out. The best way to do that is to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. It just helps me and the YouTube algorithm. If you're not a subscriber, there'd be no one more grateful to have you as a subscriber than me. I promise. And then if you do like the content and you want to stay up to date, just turn on that little bell notification and select all. And then YouTube will send you a nice little notification whenever I upload a new video. But guys, I love you. Mom, I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Hey, if you want to watch another video, click here. If you want to subscribe, click over here. As always, thanks for watching, guys.